We got the carpet in and installed. I do have to do a little heating and pushing here. You're supposed to let this out in the sunlight for a while so that it takes its form back. And it does work, but you're still going to have to probably heat it up a little bit here and there to get some of the wrinkles out. But very happy with this, and I'll tell you where I got it here in just a minute. But it looks pretty nice. Now you'll see up underneath here that it's cut not so great at the top edge, but and I actually had a section over here that I thought was a little too short. Now when you're sitting in the car, you're not going to see it, but I still didn't like the way that looked, so I put an extra little patch piece in there just to help hide that. So my only critique with that, it was that they might have cut it a little short at the front. But they give you plenty for the sides. You're going to have to trim all the sides. And the back is cut pretty much where it needs to be. So very happy with that. About 300-ish bucks, I think. 325 maybe. So if you buy this carpeting from just about any vendor, it's going to come from Auto Custom Carpet. Now, you can order direct from them, but I don't recommend it because the online pricing from Auto Custom Carpets is significantly higher than a lot of the aftermarket vendors. You can get this carpet through Auto Crafters, and I bought it through, I believe it was Stock Interiors was the best price I could find. Doesn't matter where you order it from, it's coming from Auto Custom Carpets, and I think the product is probably drop shipped right from them. But yeah, it was very, very significantly cheaper to get it through another vendor than going direct. I don't understand that at all, but hey, you do what you do. But everybody's making, that's buying these is buying them from this place, which is pretty standard for a lot of stuff. Like all the weather stripping comes from Dennis Carpenter. They just resell it. So the carpet that I got was this turquoise, I believe it is, and I got a loop pile, and from what I read, you wanted the blend, the nylon blend. You didn't want a pure nylon. So I got this. This is pretty much like the original stuff I took out and threw away. And I got it with a thick rubber backing on it. Now I did debate for a while what I wanted to do as far as underlayment on that carpet, and I thought of the Dynamat and all those other products. What I don't like about this product, there's a couple things I don't like about this product. One is the cost. Dynamat's really expensive. There are some slightly cheaper alternatives, but none of them are really that inexpensive. You can go the Home Depot route, buying a product that isn't really intended for cars and using that. But I don't like those things because, one, they're very heavy. That tar paper material is extremely heavy. And two is, if it does get moisture under it in any way, shape, or form, it's going to trap it there forever. Now, granted, this rubber backing on this carpet probably is going to cause the same problem should any moisture get under there, but at least I can just pick the carpet up and access it if I have to do anything. With the Dynamat type material, it's in there pretty much permanent, and to get it out is going to be a job. I don't like the idea of putting all that extra weight in a car that from new didn't weigh anything, because that's kind of the point of these if you're going down a little bit of the hot rod route. You don't want to be adding weight to your hot rod, you want to be taking it out. So less weight equals more speed, and that's kind of what the idea with this car would be, is that it starts out weighing very little, and therefore you want to keep it that way if possible. So how much quiet interior do you really want? Well, that's up to you to decide. I've bought a lot of parts from Auto Crafters and I have not really had much of a problem, but I have purchased one thing that I won't recommend, and it's not that they make it, it's just that they sell it, and it's offered through some other places as well, but it's this insulation for the kick panels. It is not at all the correct size, and to me, I think for what you get, it's a little overpriced. So the part number is going to be FAM 320. Some of them have a new revised part number. I don't know that it's supposed to be specific to these years. I think it is, but the size is totally wrong. This is the size that you get, and this is the size that actually fits. So you have to trim off the back, you have to trim quite a bit off the front, and it's not easy to cut. You need a really sharp knife or it just tears. Scissors won't cut it. It's just, I don't know, for what I paid for it, I'm not too thrilled. So I think you could have went to your local hardware store or home improvement store and bought a similar material and just made your own. So if you think you're going to save some time with that kit, I would tell you, don't bother. I did go to Carlisle, the spring show, not the Ford show, the big spring show that everything is at, all the GM and Chrysler and so on guys. Did meet a guy there that was able to supply me with these V8 motor mounts for the Falcon. Fairlane should be the same. These are the brackets that go to the frame of the car, and then the motor mount attaches to this. So that's the first key part that you need to do the V8 conversion on these cars, is these brackets. If you don't have these, you're going to be trying to fab something, and yeah, you know, they're not as easy to make as you might think. Got a fair deal on these. I mean, the going rate for these is, you know, probably 100 to 125 bucks right now for used ones. So I did okay. I didn't steal them, but that's fine. And I didn't have to take them off either, so that was nice. I mean, you know, there's time and labor involved in getting these things out of a parts car, so not just something that you can go snag very easily, maybe. Other than that, Carlisle was pretty much a bust. I got a new old stock fuel filter in a dollar pile. And that was kind of it. So these two things were the only things I found. I didn't take any video, didn't take any pictures, as there really wasn't anything there to see. I don't think I'll go back to the spring or fall shows again, because it's too much generic cars and, you know, GM general mediocrity. And a lot of tool vendors and stuff, which if you're going for, I guess you can go buy tools if that's what you need, but that's not what I was looking for. So I'm going to just stick to the Ford show from now on, and that's coming up here in a couple of months. Actually, probably about a month. So I'm not taking the car. First of all, I'm not sure it's going to be done, although it is my goal to have it done by that time period. But I have a personal issue with Carlisle Productions and what they charge for people to take a car into show. I don't want to get on it. It's a pet peeve of mine. You know, I just feel like they rape us at the Ford show compared to some of the other shows. So I'm not going to take a car and show it. I'll probably be there. I'll definitely be there, but I won't be showing anything. So on back to the Falcon build. Well, there is one other bit of exciting news, and the box is just going to fool you. It's not a Willwood kit, but I did get a disc front brake conversion. It's a Scarebird kit. You can find them online. And essentially what Scarebird sells you for the most part is these custom brackets. And you use those in concert with some GM calipers. And it gives you the disc brake conversion for not a lot of money. You can get all the bits and pieces at Rock Auto. I just happened to find a guy who was getting rid of his system here because he was going to Willwood. And so bought these for less than, you know, retail, so saved some money there. And it was one of the contenders for a brake conversion, so we're going to try it. Don't have a lot of money tied up in it, and we'll see how they do. If we don't like them, we can always change them. But the nice thing is that it does come with the 5-lug conversion. Oh, here. What am I looking at? Yeah, and it comes with the 5-lug conversion, so I don't have to worry about that. Now, this particular kit only goes with 15-inch and larger wheels, so your stock 14s, if you have that, will not work. But they do have a kit that will work with just a 14-inch 4-lug if that's what you desire. Hey everybody, one last thing before we go this week. Thanks to you folks, I have hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is, I'm excited about that. I didn't expect to hit that even this year, so that's a wonderful thing. Looking forward to continuing this year and doing some more videos, but that's a great landmark, and I thank everybody that took the time to subscribe for doing so. I will end this video here, and we will come back again in another week or so when I have more to report. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.